What is up, everyone? So today I have a review on the Small Rig media cage for your Insta 361R. We're going to go over its features, its price point, and whether or not it's a good purchase for you. So let's get into this quick review and see what it's all about. Before we get into this review of the Small Rig cage, I want to give you a little overview of them. As a company, they're great in terms of they allow anyone to engineer whatever they want for a camera, and once you engineer it, you give it to them, give them the idea, they present it to marketing or everyone that's available on their website to purchase, and if you get enough people to back it who want it, then it goes into production. You get the first full iteration of it that's functional, and they put it in production, and everyone they sell, I think it's like a 10% royalty that they give you, which is pretty awesome. Okay, on their end, it does save them engineering time because they allow the consumer to engineer what they want, and it's also free engineering. Okay, as far as receiving this item, I did pre-order this, and I have some issue with that. So when I pre-ordered this, it said about a month or so it would come out into production. It finally arrived in production, and I seen it listed on websites and stuff saying, hey, you can order this now, it's available. A week or two after I should have received mine, I contacted them, and they assured me that that they were on back order and that I would be the first to get it, which is funny because the next day they shipped mine out. So it has me to believe that they were buying time because they screwed up and they forgot about my pre-order cage. Okay, I don't know if other people had that same issue, but I encountered that. I seem to have encountered that same crap with Insta 360, but it is what it is, and now I got this cage that I wanted to review on after that rant. As you all know, when buying this, the cage that it comes with sucks. It's trash. You got to remove this stupid lens in order to get it in there, and it's just cumbersome and junk, right? So Small Rig came out with this cage here. We'll go over its features first. So, of course, the first feature that it has is you could get this in two options. One that's like this, and then one that comes with this ring. I recommend buying this ring because it's like a couple more dollars or whatever, but at least you could tie in an ND filter to it. If you have the 4K version, which the lens doesn't protrude out far enough, you do have the option or ability to do the ND filter. Okay, the rig itself, you have an option to mount it here or on the flip side back here. Okay, so we'll start off with the cage, the rear side of it. Okay, so there's nothing too fancy here. You have two holes here that mount the ring for your lens addition. So this filtered lens adapter. The front side, same exact thing, except you have this barrier here. I'm surprised they didn't brand it and do cutouts here as well. The side, you have all these 1/4-20 mounts. Unsure why they did it in a T formation. It would just, to me, it would be just as smart to have had this one square piece here and then put them all the way across, or just a single row of 1/4-20 mounts. But maybe there's accessories to utilize that configuration. There's a gap here. Okay, on the opposite side you have the same thing, except you don't have the lower one that creates T straight across. I thought that's what they would do for this side. Okay, you have this quick release here to access your camera with the door. I do like this because it doesn't require me to take off the filter or this 1-inch sensor mod lens when I need to extract the camera like the original design does for the plastic version. Okay, on the top you have this big opening here which allows you to push the buttons. We'll go over that once everything's assembled. You have a gap here, 1/4-20 mounts here for additions. You have this weird bar that goes across. I think it's a crush bar, but it looks like it's for attaching a door, which is kind of weird because there's no door on here. I think this is stout enough to have this not have been there, but it is. So for the base, you have these finger tabs here that are just like the GoPro, exact ripoffs. These are flimsy here. They have no springing action, so they will collapse easily. You do have a magnet there, which leads me to believe that there's steel internally into this, or this is steel. I haven't took a magnet to see if this whole thing was steel. I just know because when you flip these down, they clip and they don't release, and as you can see, there's nothing grabbing them besides that magnetic piece that holds them. Okay, 1/4-20 thread there that allows you to attach to any tripod, and that's the basic overview of this setup. So there's plenty of mounting options. You have cold shoe mounts on the sides all the way around. Of course, I didn't talk about those, but they're there. Slide it in, you could adapt stuff. It's weird because this one goes all the way through, kind of weird. And then the same with the sides, they go all the way through. Maybe there's some type of specialty microphone that requires that now. Alright, so when assembling it, the reason why I bought this was because I don't have to take off this lens mod to assemble it. You can only assemble it one way. As you can see, it hits, right? So it has to go in this way. Boom. Alright, and now everything's stout. There's no wiggle in the door anymore. Everything's like really secure, and life is good. Out of all the modifications that you could do to this camera, I do recommend buying a cage like this, because the stock cage that it comes with requires you to unscrew this every single time. All in all, I do recommend this. This thing costed me, I believe, 30 bucks at the time that I pre-ordered it, and maybe a little bit expensive now that it's in production. But it is what it is. I do recommend it. Buy it if you have a Insta360 that you really like, because it'll save you time, headache, and hassle when dealing with this camera. And then everything's fully accessible or accessible in the front and the rear, depending on the configurations you have it in. And ultimately it's a good hard shell for your camera. So that's going to complete today's video. If you like this video, quick review, definitely give it a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Until next time, I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching.